And looking here at the roster, no, we're not going to see Surgical Goblin. It's the young man again, Egor, coming out against Chivas. And technically, for at least the regular season, it's a rookie battle.
Yeah, actually, that's a very good point. Obviously, Egor had a little bit of experience on a very, very large stage. I love Eric Banamu. And you know what? I ask these questions because of where I'm sitting. But we have not seen Surgical Goblin yet. And if Egor loses this set, it will be 2 match losses without Surge here in CRL. And again, I know I've asked the question, but I'm going to keep asking it until we see something different from Team Liquid.
Egor, top of your screen, Anaban, bottom of your screen. Both players looking not just for their first set, but first game win here in CRL 2020. Of course, Anaban had a great performance in the No-Tilt League Special Edition, going 29-14, and Egor 5-1 at CRL World Finals, making his debut on the biggest stage. Both guys can win. Question is, who will do it today? Yeah,
Pedro had a quick 2-up, 2-down over Egor. That was when CRB sealed things in our first match of the season. On the other side of it, Anaban got swept by Jupiter King when Tribe came out and just ran that quick 4-game gamut.
Mini P.E.K.K.A on the right-hand side, Ram Rider for the pickup.
Nice
right
kite.
Into a Hunter.
Oh, Mini P.E.K.K.A actually not a good enough kite. Mini P.E.K.K.A does end up coming and swinging on that bandit, which has to come down last second. Not what Anaban wanted to do with his bandit there.
Yeah, Egor getting a nice bit of value. We'll get some damage on the right-hand tower and force out the bar barrel to mitigate that. So a little elixir lead for Egor and a bit of an outplay against Anaban here in the opening minute and a half.
And I know Egor from watching him a lot online and a lot on the stage. He recognizes those elixir deficits, and he's going to go in. Here he goes.
Rail Hogs go right into a Mega Knight. So now we're going to have a nice healthy counter push for Anaban. Of course, plenty of elixir for Egor to deal with it. We'll see if he goes for a kite or just to directly counter it itself. And there we go. So he turns the Ice Golem, gets the Mega Knight turned away. Mini P.E.K.K.A in. A little room with the snowball there by Anaban.
Yeah, nice use of the snowball there. Maybe trying to prolong the life of that Mega Knight, but then Egor responds with his own Hunter and gets a nice little push here. Things pretty even, but that Mega Knight ends up being the great equalizer here for Anaban, who was in trouble early on.
Yeah, not able to get back around to it this time, though. Mega Knight comes in late, so a little bit of damage on tower and forced to spend the bar barrel. So Anaban having some elixir deficits at certain moments. We'll see if Egor can keep that pressure on. The use of the Ice Golem Hunter and the Mini P.E.K.K.A has been pretty great so far.
Ooh, wow. Anaban selling out in the right-hand lane. Egor does get the Hunter snowball down, but Anaban, nice push here. Wow, that cycle is so fast.
Getting around very quickly is Egor, though has to give up a few shots from the E-Wiz, which will take the lead in the right-hand lane, 1771 to 1523, as we go into sudden death overtime. And now looks like we're changing to the left-hand lane with these continued cycled Magic Archers into the left-hand side.
Yeah, tough spot for Egor to be in, right? He's hoping his Magic Archer turns, but the E-Wiz is just far enough out of range to get that damage in on the right-hand tower. And like you said, we're switching lanes here. Anaban knows that he kind of has matchup advantage slightly, so he can play into these pushes. Nice.
P.E.K.K.A high.
I love the late skeletons there from Egor, looking for the bar barrel from Anaban. A very, very small interaction, but definite outplay.
Final 90 seconds approaching of this game, and so far it is still Anaban slightly in the lead, but that last Magic Archer takes it back for Egor. Team Liquid ahead with a minute 24 to play.
That dirty Magic Archer piercing arrow gives Egor the slight lead. And with about 75 seconds left, this is very, very close.
You know, Andrew, we have not seen Egor go split with the pig so far. It's been all single lane.
I know. I've been thinking about that. I wonder if we see it now that we have... No, he's not going to do it. I think maybe he's worried about giving a counter push in that right-hand lane.
That might be the case. Here we go. Bandit dash in onto the skeletons. Mini P.E.K.K.A to pick it up. Hunter doing the work on the left-hand side defensively. Anaban does have solid dual lane pressure, but with that poison, now, or Egor has solid dual lane pressure, but now Anaban has it as well. And here we go. Mega Knight comes down, picks opposite lane immediately.
I love the play. Bar barrel down to catch the pigs. A lot to deal with in the right-hand lane. Ram Rider does connect. Will the Mega Knight get that splash damage? He does get one big shot. That was huge.
Big Ice Golem trying to hold on. Snowball does push the Ram Rider off. She will not connect. Bandit goes to the left-hand side. Bar Barrel behind. Egor has nothing to play defense there. Has to just go in hard on the left.
Mega Knight is back in cycle. Does he go a high magic archer? He does, but the Mega Knight's offset to the right. A very, very nice play there by Anaban.
Bandit trying to dash on the right-hand side. Hunter gets the pickup. Needs to stop this Ram Rider to keep it alive.
Oh my gosh, Egor is going to pull this out. Rich, does the Ram Rider connect?
Oh my word. Egor finds the one big opportunity. Mega Knight goes to the right-hand side. He throws the pigs at the bridge, and with one big moment, takes this game from Anaban.
I love seeing the Firecracker. She, not what I'm playing against her, but I just love watching her in these high-level matches.
Firecracker is certainly a polarizing card. Depending on who you talk about, we'll see if what version of the Firecracker and Heel Spirit Anaban's going with. First 40 seconds, a lot slower gameplay this time than we saw in the last game.
And the top of your screen, if you are seeing a question mark, that is the Ice Wizard, and hopefully it'll populate if it gets played again. And the bottom of your screen, that's the Firecracker there by Anaban.
So caging up, look at Anaban maybe looking like he's running the Royal Giant Cycle deck.
Yeah, and that was actually one other thing I was going to say early on when we started seeing the Fisherman because of the Prince. Will we see the Fisherman more because of the buff in Prince and because of the influx of Royal Giant use in competitive play?
Is Egor running the Ice Bow? Is Egor really running Ice Bow? It certainly looks like it so far, Andrew.
It looks like it. You know that's Ice Wiz, so maybe it's Expo Rocket is the last two cards. We'll find out right now.
This would be a really interesting situation, of course. Royal Giant EQ has a lot to do against Expo, of course. A great defensive performance can turn it into Rocket Cycle Fest. We'll see if that is in fact what Egor's playing.
Yeah, and I love that you bring that up. The Rocket Cycle Fest, that's something you have to recognize early on and start doing as soon as you hit that double elixir. You need to start figuring out ways to play the best defense that you can. There you go, Egor. I mean, he's doing my job for me. He's going to start playing great defense here, try to rocket cycle out, but will he be able to do it? That is the real question.
Again, Royal Giant, it just seems like that's a tall order.
Yeah, I mean, it's anyone else, I'd say no, right?
But these are the factors, right? The power of the NATO to pull that Royal Giant back, the Ice Wiz to slow things down. And if he can mitigate enough damage early on and just get a couple of rockets, I think a big question will be, does Anaban give any extra rocket value at any point, right? Does he play that Firecracker too low? But I don't know. This is going to be a very curious one.
The tough thing with this deck that Egor's playing against is it cycles so quickly that he has to continue to keep up with the cycle by spending the elixir, right? You see right now he has about a 3 elixir advantage. That's not enough to ever rocket out. That's never going to be enough to rocket out. So there you go. Look at that. A missed block. Royal Giant connects. And those are very, very small mistakes that Egor does not have the necessity to make in this matchup. He's already more than a rocket behind now.
Here we go. Sudden death overtime. And that rocket doesn't get the Firecracker on top of it. Ooh. So no value on the troop as well. Forcing the log to play.
There's the late Tesla, avoiding the Earthquake. Played late so that the bats would get cleaned up by the Ice Wizard. I mean, Egor is doing everything right when you talk about interactions and playing defense, but this is a tough matchup. Rocket comes in, now he's in the lead. Oh, nope, sorry, 28 HP.
Final 90 seconds, RG set up way in the back. Expo to the opposite side. Doesn't want to give any more EQ value to that left-hand lane. Anaban goes ahead and EQs it off anyway.
Yeah, just doing whatever he can to help clean up the defense, give his Royal Giant just a little bit longer of a life here. And now you see the Royal Giant going opposite lane.
So we might see a pretty big, significant move on the right-hand side here. Anaban switching lanes, but I don't know against Rocket Cycle in the final minute triple elixir coming. Is this the right call?
I don't know. It doesn't feel like it. 987 now remaining. You know that Egor can defend this on the left-hand side. He's done it time and time again. And Anaban, the best thing that he had going for him was the cycle and the matchup, but he switches lanes, and now he finds himself in a lot of trouble.
They were nice bats to pick up the Tesla early
Wow.
on, back to another Royal Giant at the bridge. And again, you see the second time Anaban going bats in the middle, does not pick up the Tesla on that front, and the Tesla late this time. EQ trying to get some damage in. I don't think so, Andrew. It's going to be the rocket cycle for the win.
I love that we called that in the first few seconds of the game. And what does Egor do the moment he hits double elixir time? Defensive expo when he starts rocket cycling out. What control, what patience, and what elixir management by the young Russian.
What world do we live in where Royal Giant Earthquake falls